don't have the care Jamie's gonna need back home.
But what about our other kids? What about their grandparents and their aunties and uncles and cousins? He needs to be raised with his family in his home.
Jamie's gonna need a lot of things.
It's so complicated. Doctor visits, hospital stays, special equipment. What about emergencies?
We'll figure it out. We have to.
So finally we went to the third doctor. Finally he says, we're going to take him in for an MRI, CAT scan, blah, blah, blah. And at 19 he was diagnosed. They called us in August, you have to come down with him. And he got diagnosed. Of course he was allergic, but there were some incidents too. He was allergic to the dye in the MRI, and they said, oh, you have to stay here for a while. I said, he's allergic to the dye in the MRI. And I said, what did it feel like when they put you? He says, it was just like 1,000 mosquitoes biting me. He was laughing about it, you know. And so the neurologist, we've gone through 3 because of this, because I don't tolerate foolishness, stupidity. The first neurologist says to me, he says, your son would not have MS if you didn't have interracial marriage. You should have stuck to your own kind. I said, you will never see my son and me again. I says, I'm walking out of here. That is not acceptable.
Hi, I'm Dr. Roberta Woodgate. I have for many years been doing research that involves capturing the experiences of children and youth's health and illness experiences. Some families are asked to put their child in the care of Child and Family Services so that they can be closer to the care that they need. We'll have the child in the city, and someone else will care for the child so that that child will get proper services and care.
I know we don't want to think about this.
No.
There's the option of giving approval to Child and Family Services to
Place Jamie in foster care.
so that he's closer to the services he's gonna need.
I can't.
We might have to.
For Jamie.
I really think the crisis is here now, and especially for First Nations families of children with disabilities. These children, especially up on the different reserves, are not getting the proper care, the proper services that they deserve, that they should be getting as any child would in anywhere.
You see this man in a wheelchair, prior to him coming to this home, he was still looking for a job. Could hardly push himself around. He'd always tell me in the mornings, oh, I wish I could find something to do. Oh, I wish there was a job for a disabled person like me. But, you know, and I would sit there, oh, I wish there was something there that he could go and do.
With Jordan's principle, is really stressing that the child should not be put in the middle when it comes to who pays for what services that child needs. But unfortunately, that child is still put in the middle, and the governments are not doing what they should be doing properly. That the government of first contact should be the one responsible for providing those services for that child.
So we got another neurologist who is absolutely awesome, and we stuck with him. We've gone through doctors just not too long ago. Again, when I told you ignorance, there's a lot of ignorance even in the medical profession. He went for an appointment. The doctor looks at me. I speak very well. He says, you're not 100% Aboriginal, are you? And I said, no. He says, I can tell because you're smart. I said, what does that mean? Aboriginal people and other races are stupid? I said, how dare you?
First Nations families experience many similar experiences to the non-First Nations, except they also have that whole other layer of the results of colonization and residential schools that have impacted the community and impacted in so many ways, from poverty to suicide. It can impact how you are parenting. And so I would say it's like a layer upon layer of layer, plus all those challenges with a disability.
If we move to the city, we will have better access to services, but no family support.
We're gonna need all the help we can get.
We'll take it one day at a time. Hey, my boy.